This just in. Thurgood Marshall's here in Laredo, Texas for an exclusive interview all the way from his home in Baltimore, Maryland, telling us about his life and accomplishments. Let's tune into our host who are interviewing Mr. Marshall.
Good morning, my name is Michelle Hernandez, and here with me today is Thurgood Marshall. We're going to be talking about his life, contributions, and his lasting impacts. Good morning, Mr. Marshall.
Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Mr. Marshall again.
Good morning, Michelle.
Okay, so who were you before law and education?
I was born in Baltimore, Maryland on July the 2nd, 1908. Originally named Thurgood, but I changed my name to Thurgood because it was too long and complicated. My parents are Norma Rica and William Marshall, and my grandfather was a slave in the 20th century. I attended Frederick Douglass High School in 1925. I applied to the University of Maryland, but was denied because of my skin color, and then later was accepted to Howard University. My father, William Marshall, liked listening to cases at a local courthouse near our home. Then later would come home and rehash the arguments with my brother and I.
Mm-hmm.
Now you want to know how I got involved in law?
Yes, I would like to know.
I don't know. The nearest I can get is that my dad, my brother, and I had the most violent argument you ever heard about anything. I guess we argued 5 out of 7 nights at the dinner.
Good morning, Mr. Marshall. My name is Renee Contreras, and my question is, what did you contribute to education?
After I got my degree, my first major court case was when I sued the University of Maryland for denying a student for the same reason they denied me. I also created the Thurgood College Fund, which supports over 80% of students attending historically Black colleges and universities through scholarships, capacity building, and innovation programs. And also in the year 1896, the Supreme Court ruled that separate but equal was constitutional, but that later changed when a group of Black parents filed a lawsuit because their children were forced to attend all Black school. So in 1954, as a civil rights lawyer, I fought for them and it was ruled to be unconstitutional.
Hello, Mr. Marshall. I'm Nicole Canwana and I have some questions for you. Now, what do you think were your lasting impacts?
In the year 1961, President Kennedy appointed me to the U.S. Court of Appeals, and then in the year 1967, President Johnson appointed me to the Supreme Court. I also won 29 out of 32 court cases. One of the court cases was Chambers versus Florida, where I successfully defended 4 Black men who were convicted of murder on the basis of confession coerced from them by police. Another case is Smith versus Allwright in the year 1944, where the court struck down the Democratic Party's use of white-only primary elections. And in the state of Texas, in the city of Houston, the Texas Southern University has a school of law named after me. And I was also counsel of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. My most famous and important case was the Brown versus Board. I also fought for many people of color who were often misjudged and treated unfairly.
Okay, thank you. So, we understand that you have a movie coming out later this month.
Oh, yes.
All right, then let's roll the clip.
You gentlemen are making a big mistake.
This here is Mr. Thurgood Marshall. Man is an attorney. You will treat him with the respect that he deserves.
My great-granddaddy, he was a slave. We're not slaves now, are we? We've got weapons we didn't have before. We've got the law.
Baby, you go into these towns who've never seen a Negro lawyer.
Hey, boy!
You need to be careful.
NAACP.
Thurgood, you're going to Connecticut.
Joseph Spell, Negro servant, attacked socialite in our own bedroom.
This case will show the world if a colored man can get a fair trial in the United States.
There's only 13 million Negroes depending on you.
Don't any of you have any confidence in me?
I'd say you have enough confidence for us all.
I only represent innocent people, people accused because of their race. That's my mission.
I never touched that woman.
I need a partner who the jury can relate to.
Sam Friedman.
Good to meet you, Sam. Hey, give me a hand with these, would you?
What have you got in here? Cement?
Guns.
Books, Mr. Friedman. You just sweep through town, stirring up all kinds of ugliness. My life is on the line here.
Hey, Attorney Friedman, hold on a minute.
What do you want?
You're one of us now, Sam.
A real fighter.
Step away, you can't take the heat on the battleground.
Neither of them have been telling us the truth.
He attacked me.
I'd advise him to accept the deal.
You lied in a sworn statement. Why would you do that?
Why'd I lie? Because the truth gets me killed.
You can't deny me now. Tunnel vision.
If you want freedom,
Tie me down on the mission.
you're gonna have to fight for it.
Stop me now.
The only way to get through a bigot's door was to break it down.
You can't stop me now.
That looks like an amazing movie.
Yes, they did a wonderful job.
Thank you so much for this interview opportunity, Mr. Marshall. We look forward to seeing you on the big screen later this month.
I'm Michelle. I'm Nicole. I'm Leslie.